What's
What's
good,
good,
y'all?
y'all? It's yeahhhh, boys.
And today we're back with another video. Brendan, who are we reacting to today?
Today we have Black Swan with their debut MV tonight. Now, so
Spill,
the thing
spill.
of the thing about Black Swan is they have a black member. She's Senegalese. Her name is Fatou. As well as a Brazilian Japanese member who I
Okay.
think her name goes by Leia or Leah. Um, and as much as I want to support them, y'all, there are positives and negatives about this group that we will get into at the end of the reaction. Um,
Mhm.
but for now, let's just react to the video and see what they're giving.
I gotta go back
All right.
to make the
Somebody
right
has band two knots, and that's giving me.
away from you. 다른 눈빛 뭘더 원하는지
Now,
날
don't nobody have a
느끼듯이
bathtub like that in 2020.
Right.
손아귀가 달콤하지 그대의 목소리 But 난
That's the
looking for
gender.
me
Okay.
The money, the American money.
Right. But the gag is the company don't have money. This is giving me like Victorious.
Right. Her face serves. She serves. She stands out.
Miss Ma'am in the here, her right here.
Yeah. Kaka. I'm just
Okay.
happy that she fits. She knows the choreo. She's serving.
Right, right.
Y'all better lay. They said we're sisters. Look at how she's standing up and everybody else is
Right.
sitting. She's like, I'm that big.
Right. Hey, hey.
The outfits.
Right. Now this choreography is real nice, I will not lie.
Yeah.
Giving me sensual caca, you know, yeah, in that pocket.
Period. Okay, Eclipse. Oh,
Okay, deep voice.
voice. Period. She's crawling. She's coming for us. Okay, Korean. She speaks Korean.
Right. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it. Don't get it effed up. All right.
Hey.
Period.
This ma'am really commanding attention.
Right. Ha. Ha ha. She switched her hair, and that last shot she had on a black and blonde wig. Don't get it. Don't get it twisted.
Nah, okay. Despite everything, I really do vibe with that song.
Right. Yeah. So well. So
Are you on positives or negatives first?
I'm gonna do positives first.
Okay.
Production quality, all of that was good. I like the way the song was produced. Choreo is pretty solid. It was kind of catchy.
Yeah.
And I overall think they have potential. What about you?
Pretty much the same. The girl with the, I don't know what you call it, like she had the shoulder length hair.
Yeah, and
But
it was
she really
slick back.
like
That's
yeah,
huge.
yeah. Like okay, like she really commanded attention the whole time. Like I know she
Right.
was the center pretty much the whole chorus.
Chorus, yeah.
Like every time this camera focused on her, like it was easy to focus on her. Like she knew what she was
Right.
doing with the camera.
Right.
And then I feel like most members had a pretty good amount of screen time, but Miss Fatou, she like I'm glad they gave her own section. Like, you know, usually
Right.
in K-pop songs, if they have like someone that they're not really focusing on, and they just give them like, I don't know the best way to say it.
Right.
Like if they were just using her as a token, basically, to say, oh look, our group's a little bit different, but not give her any like lines or any screen time. That would have been a bit different. But I feel like they, you know, since they gave her that whole rap line, that definitely, you know, gave her time to shine, and she did. She did shine.
Yeah, her deep voice is like the first thing, aside from the color of her skin. So it's the second thing. The second thing you notice is her voice, and I like that she speaks Korean.
Yeah,
and like you said, they didn't give her too much to where it felt like, all right, y'all are pushing it, and they didn't try to make her center the whole time. So it's like she is another member of the group.
Yeah.
So overall, I think it's good. The song, I kind of like it. Now, is it gonna compete with like a Blackpink?
Right.
A Mamamoo, you know, I don't know. But this is also their first single, so.
Yeah. So I guess technically they're a fourth generation girl group. And with what we've gotten, especially in 2020, with ITZY and that shoulder move, and GI or Idol, I guess you call it, and Luna, like I don't know, it's very good. Like Brendan said, production quality is very good.
Yeah. But
I just don't really think it stands out, you know, compared to what we've gotten so far, especially in 2020. We've had some really solid releases. Right. Especially, you know, like Brendan said, also, you know, Blackpink and Mamamoo had really, really strong comebacks. And, you know, I just don't think they're going to really compete with that as of now. But we'll see when they, you know, as they grow and everything.
And see, that's the thing. It's like, okay, y'all got a black member. So I need you to, because I'm already looking. Now, don't waste my time.
They can dominate America, you know, if they give everybody in the group or the whole group, you know, the right production quality, the right, you know, everything. Yeah. They can definitely dominate in the West, not only in America, you know, Europe, Africa as well, and Japan, you know, because those are all pretty heavy markets, I feel like, for music. So
for sure, it's
like they better not fumble the bag.
That's what I'm saying, because when I see a black member, I'm imagining like I'm in Korea at one of the music shows. I'm like, okay, they got a black person, so I need you to come through the way I need you to come through. Right.
Yeah.
You know, because at that point you're wasting the opportunity to represent us well. And you know, I'm looking at y'all because y'all got a black member. Now if the song is trashed, and I'm like, girl,
you tried it.
Y'all tried it. Now we kind of have to get into the other side, because this is a longer conversation.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Well, based off of what I know, I've only read one thing in relation to the group, and it was one member that basically scammed some money. I don't know if you want to call it scamming, or more so like it was they had an agreement going on, but basically she was able to get a large sum of money, and the person that gave her the money was under the wrong impression, and communication was off.
Yeah.
I don't know 100% what happened in that situation, but that's the one thing, you know, that I've heard negative about them.
Yeah.
And it really sucks because it was so close to their debut.
Yeah.
So it just kind of sucks having that image attached to the group right after debut. You know, they haven't really had a chance to prove themselves in the public's eye yet. So
yeah, I
really hope that doesn't do too much damage. But that's the only thing I've heard so far. Brendan, I feel like you have a whole like treasure trove of knowledge.
I do. And I want to support this group. Right. Mm-hmm. Here's my reservation. So they're Blackswan. They have a black member. That's suspicious. And the reason I say that's suspicious is because, you know, we want to say, you know, this is the first black idol. She's actually not.
Not right.
There was Alex Reed, who came from America. She was technically, you know, mixed, but for all intents and purposes, she was the first black idol. Funny enough, it's the same group. Surprise, it's the same group. The reason it's different is because they basically replaced all members except for one, which is Hemi, who is the person you're talking about. She's the same one who had the slick back hair. So they replaced everyone except for one, including the first black member, and they re-debuted now. So originally, right, the group was Rania, the ones who made Dr. Feelgood back in the day. Okay, they kind of went out of business. Maybe it was 2012, 2013. I could be wrong. 2015 comes around and they come back, and they're Rania again, and then they have Alex, and they start promoting with her. We found out that they didn't have. So first they had Alex come on the stage, dance with them, do her part, and then leave. Now, when in K-pop have we heard of that? This is not a feature.
Right.
She's a member of the group.
Right.
So then that was fishy. And then they didn't have her in the same outfit. So she would have like other clothes, as literally everyone else on stage would be in the same outfit. And then you have Alex come on stage, leave in a different outfit. It's like,
they're so dirty.
She couldn't speak Korean very well, and they didn't give her like a teacher. And there was a whole lot of mess. Every comeback, there's only one comeback that she stayed on stage the entire time.
Dang.
Right? And then midway through, in one of those comebacks, they changed their name from Rania to BP Rania. BP stood for Black Pearl. So this is on the first Black member.
Now,
see what I'm saying? Right? The first time they changed the name to Black Pearl Rania, and they had a Black member. And I'm like, okay. That's
now they changed the whole switch up, and it's still Blackswan. Okay.
They because their management has historically been bad, right?
Yeah.
They brought back members from the original Rania who left. They've always had member changes every comeback, to the point where only Hemi is around from when the first Black member was there, and the original Rania from like 2009 2011 era. None of them are there anymore.
Dang.
Right. But so they come back with this new group. Hemi is still there. She's been with this group since 2015, and now they're Blackswan. This time they have her in the same outfits. Contrary to Alex, she can actually rap in Korean, so they have her doing that. But it makes me wonder, are they doing this for like because they want to make a difference, or is it a gimmick? Why do you have to keep putting Black in the name? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Kind of like, especially for Alex, based off of what I heard in the past, it just really sucks about that whole situation, because you train, you go through all this intensive, everything in order to become an idol, and all for what, a couple seconds on stage. Like, that's not, it just doesn't add up. And like I said, Fatou, they really showcase what she can do, showcase that she speaks Korean. She's part of this group. She's Korean Idol, and I really hope that they stick with this. But like you said, this is very hard to support I support the group, but it's really hard to support the group and the company when the company has had this, past with. I don't want to call it like tokenizing, but it's very close to that with what they've done with Alex in the past. And consider they're doing the same thing with the whole new lineup, except for one. It's kind of like it's kind of sus, but
yeah, bro. It's like I want to support the group, but I can't support the exploitation of Black people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so with them having her here, Alex revealed that when she was in Rania, it was very toxic. There were comebacks that she didn't even know happened, and like they didn't tell her. And they would still have her when they performed certain songs. They would still have Alex, her voice on the track. But then they would have the Chinese member, who her name was Tabo, rap over her, but she couldn't speak English. So you have the person who was supposed to be a member not on stage at all now, and someone who doesn't speak English, because her raps were always in English, rapping over her. And it's like, what? And then at one point they made her the leader of BP Rania, who couldn't speak Korean. Couldn't speak Korean, wasn't really on stage, and she was the leader. And then at that point I was like, all right.
Set her up, right?
Y'all gotta stop, because this is a lot. So my whole thing is, I hope that since they're trying this again, that they're not doing it for the wrong reasons, and that they're treating Fatou with respect, and like she's a normal member, and not just using her. Yeah. Like her hair, like Alex didn't have anyone to do her hair, so she had to kind of do her makeup. She had to do her own hair and makeup, where the other girls did. It's like, if y'all want to have a Black member, y'all have to have someone who can do Black hair and makeup. Yeah, like she's an idol just like everybody else. Why is she going to be treated any different than the other idols there? That's So that's my whole thing, bro. Yeah, I agree with all that, and like I said, moving forward, I really hope that the company really proves that they've changed, I guess the best way, changed for the better. They're more educated on things like that. Hopefully they have some somebody from the
West to help with marketing and help with management and all that stuff, because that definitely makes a difference when it comes to these issues. Because if you want to incorporate a Black member, you have to also be educated about certain things that other races go through, because it's totally different than just having a Korean member or just a Japanese member or everything. There's different issues within every different country, so you have to be knowledgeable about that, just so you don't invalidate fans or offend fans, and also the most importantly the members themselves. So
well, I guess we just have to wait. I mean, it's been about a month, so we gonna see what Black Swan comes out with now. Oh, I forgot to say it. It needs to be said. So I mentioned how Hemi was with the group since 2015. All the other girls left. She's not the leader. She's been through literally like 3 different attempts at this group, and they haven't made her the leader yet.
That's weird.
And I'm like, this company is really, they probably giving her a nice contract, because I think for whatever reason they don't want to let her go, so they're like really holding on to her. But it's like, at that point, shouldn't y'all make her the leader?
Right, considering she's had the most experience too. Like, that's just a no-brainer. Yeah, that's weird.
Well, we just gonna see.
We will see. Yeah.
If y'all can keep up with the other girls.
Right. So thank you guys again for tuning in to another video. As always, if you have any recommendations, leave them down in the comments and we will get back to you guys as soon as possible. And please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.
Deuces.